bless you, everyone, and welcome to Pastor Speaks. By the way, I'm the pastor, okay, just in case you didn't know. All right, so this week I'm recording this ahead of time because, as many of you are aware, I will be heading out for Jamaica tomorrow morning, Tuesday, for my nephew's funeral. Nonetheless, God is still a good God. He's an amazing God. And I wanted to leave a word of encouragement with you. Now, I'm reading from 2 Peter 1 and from verse 2. And it says, "Grace and peace be multiplied unto you through the knowledge of God and of Jesus our Lord." Now, this is not just a statement that he's using at the beginning of the letter to try and say something nice, but he's actually saying, grace and peace be multiplied. So in other words, whatever we need at the point of that need, we're going to find the provision. So we shouldn't take it for granted or discount it, because in every situation we find ourselves, we're going to have exactly what it is that we need. This is actually one of my favorite passages, and it goes on to say, multiplied unto you through the knowledge of God and of Jesus our Lord, according as his divine power hath given unto us all things that pertain unto life and godliness. So in other words, anything that you are going to need to live a mountaintop life, a holy life, a righteous life, God has already supplied it. All we have to do is access it through our faith and our trust in God. So everything that pertains to life, he's not just dealing with church here. He's dealing with every aspect of our lives, our relationships, our children, our job, our money, buying a house, having a car. Every instant of our lives are covered by God's provision. And he wants us to have that on a conscious level so that we're able to access it. And this is very interesting for me, because I always believe that I trust God, and I think I do. But lately I'm discovering that trust comes on so many different levels that maybe we didn't even think about. Because years ago, when we were struggling young pastors, then sometimes we wouldn't have enough money, or it seemed like we didn't have enough money. And I never clocked to the fact that God was able to provide even when the money ran out. I have discovered that God's provision outstrips any need that I have. And I didn't know that before. But today I want you to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that regardless of what you need, God has it. Okay? He will provide. He will make the way. If he has to feed you through ravens, he will do that. But he will not leave you without what you need. So it's not just food and money and clothes, but even mental resources. Because I've noticed that since the lockdown, mental ill health has proliferated, and everybody's claiming some kind of mental health problem. But today I want you to know that God has provided for you to have good mental health. He says to you, I have not given you the spirit of fear, but of love and of power and a sound mind. And having a sound mind means that we're able to have self-control and self-discipline. So we always know how to order ourselves. And like Paul, we can say, it doesn't matter how much I have. I know both how to abound and I know how to abase. In other words, I know how to live with plenty, or if I have nothing, I can also work with that. And so I want us today to understand that God took everything into account when he called us to be his sons and his daughters. He is not leaving you out there to struggle by yourself. He's not leaving you out there to feel overwhelmed by circumstances and situations. But he wants you to know that everything that you need is already been given to you. It's yours. Claim it, walk in it, and live the reality of God's provision in your life. God bless you, and see you next week.